Ange Postecoglou has been on holiday in Greece with no news about whether he'll lead them into a third season. Michael Bridge has the latest.
Yes, very good evening. Welcome back to Enfield, Tottenham Hotspur's training ground. We still haven't got a definitive on the future of Ange Postecoglou. Our understanding is that he has arrived back in the UK after his holiday, and Daniel Levy and the directors have returned from their brief spells away as well. Delighted to say Chris Cowlin from the Spurs Chat podcast joins me. Chris, we're here because we don't know yet if Ange Postecoglou gets a season 3. What's your thoughts on it?
I think he definitely deserves a season 3. I know the majority of the Spurs fan base think that as well, because he's delivered us a European trophy, our first one in 41 years, a long-awaited trophy after 17 years, and the feeling over the last couple of weeks has been incredible. And we've had top 4 finishes under multiple different managers, but that feeling of winning the Europa League and that parade, it was just goosebumps. It was incredible. So, in answer to your question, he absolutely deserves that third season, in my opinion.
Yeah, because, look, he has been open about it. He did sort of put the league to one side near the last few weeks. But was he proved right, though, in the end? He was, wasn't he?
Michael, I haven't felt like this for a very long time as a Spurs fan, and to put that trophy in the cabinet, not only do we get Champions League football, we get the trophy. Of course, a lot of people call us Spursy, and we get all that banter about not winning a trophy. He has put all of that to bed, and Daniel Levy looked extremely happy, the day that we won that Europa League trophy. So, it remains to be seen now whether he's going to be happy, whether he's going to put Postecoglou in the dugout for the third season. But in my opinion, he's got to be there.
Why would Daniel Levy and the Tottenham board be thinking of a change? What were their reasons? You go to every game, Chris. So you're the best person in terms of a fan to ask. Why would they be questioning?
Well, I was there for all 22 league defeats, and I know that's all the media keep banging on about, those 22 league defeats. Yes, as a fan, it was very, very hard coming away from either the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or those away games in the Premier League. It was hard to take. But what I would say now is, rather than go through yet another rebuild and another managerial appointment, which we've had so many in recent years, back the man, have a really, really strong transfer window, and give him the depth that we need, because we play Champions League football, so we virtually need 2 really good lineups, in my opinion. And going through another managerial rebuild, it's just going to be more pain for us, I feel.
And also, in terms of potential candidates, would anyone stand out for you at all? There've been a few names.
Well, I know the names that are being thrown around are Thomas Frank and Andoni Iraola and Marco Silva. All really good managers, in my opinion. But would they further on this project? It'd be like a reset, it'd be like starting again. And like I said, I feel like whatever happens with this football club, and I do understand, some people being a little bit worried about Ange Postecoglou, because I feel like that conversation does need to take place between the board and Ange in order for him to come out and say, look, we can play a different way. We can do much better in the Premier League. We've had a lot of injuries, and I think that is very, very important to underline that, because the injuries were key. And you saw the stats when we have Vicario and we have all of the back 4, the stats are a lot better.
Would you be concerned, though, if he did stay? Then, the level has gone up considerably. You got the games on Saturday, Sunday, then the Champions League Tuesday, Wednesday. Would that concern you about the turnaround? Because obviously they struggled with the turnaround last year. We've
seen under Ange Postecoglou in both the seasons that he's been here that the type of football that he wants to play. We just need a much bigger and better squad. Last summer it was all about bringing young, talented players in. The likes of Lucas Bergvall has been brilliant for us this season. And now this transfer window, in my opinion, is about experienced players. Bring in players that have been there, done it, got the T-shirt, and hopefully we can go far in that Champions League run and, of course, climb up that Premier League table. But, when I go back to talking about other managers, top 4 finishes, etc., Ange just put that trophy in the cabinet, which I feel is so important. And if you'd have asked any Spurs fan when Ange was appointed, first season we'll finish 5th, lose Harry Kane as well, nearly got there in the Champions League. But this season, not only have we won a trophy, we're in the Champions League as well.
You saying that then, can it get any better for Ange Postecoglou? Could there be a mutual say, look, you've won the trophy, your history here in terms of great history, but maybe it won't get any better than this, Ange. Maybe you go your way, we'll go our way, and you're always welcome back. Is there part of that there, or is that not fair?
Michael, what I'd say is season 3 could be better than season 2, and I want to feel like this all the time as a fan. You know, having that trophy parade down the high road was just absolutely incredible. Thousands upon thousands of fans. You ask any of them how they feel, and everyone was on top of the world. But I just think that this could be the start of something special. This could be that this group, like Ange Postecoglou has said whilst on holiday, you know, don't leave it there. You know, we must push on now. It must be trophy after trophy after trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Chris Cowlin there talking about season 3. Wants a season 3 for Ange Postecoglou. Will he get it? We'll wait and see.